and gents, everything between outside of it. I'm Sophia and welcome back to a new video. So today we're doing my summer TBR, but it's also my July TBR. I counted and there are 13 books. The thing is, not all of these are necessarily summer related, but I just feel like these would be nice books either to read in the sun or at the airport. The first, oh my god, if this whole pile would fall, I'd actually kill myself. First book is The Kind Worth Killing. This is a thriller book, and why I want to read this on holiday and just like this summer is because, first of all, look at this, there's a little airport, isn't that so cute? But the start of the book takes place at an airport because it's basically about this guy meets this like magnetic stranger at the airport, and he ends up telling her all his deepest darkest secrets, also about like his wife, I think, and his problems. She is helping him like complete some task, which sounds a little sinister. It sounds a little problematic. I was just like having a book that I can read just at the airport, because you know how it gets. You get to the airport like 4 hours early, then you go through everything, and they have like literally a 3-hour wait left. Maybe like 2.5 until you're like bored. And then you have to wait in the plane for it to even start rolling around. So if I have something that kind of takes place in an airport, and I've heard so many good things about this because I did get this secondhand and I saw it. This is like 400 pages, but look, the font is like a good size. Spine's already broken. It's gonna be a comfortable read. I can just throw this in my like luggage, my hand luggage, without having to worry if this is gonna like die in the plane. Like if something happens to it, it's not like the biggest issue in the entire world. I don't know how much of it actually takes place at the airport, but it says Gone Girl on speed, and I loved Gone Girl. So then the next book that I want to read on holiday is another thriller, which is The Castaways. Last summer in Greece, I read One of the Girls by the same author, Lucy Clark. It was like a little island mystery, girls going on a hen's weekend, and it was a lot of like character-driven book. I enjoyed it very, very much, and I have heard that one's better than this one, but I don't care. It still takes place on like a remote island, and I go to an island in Greece every single year, but this still takes place on an island, and I think this will just also be fun when I'm there. Yeah, there are different perspectives, and I had that with the other book as well, and I loved it because the thing is with like multiple POVs, you just constantly get different perspectives and it constantly switches up, so the story is never really that boring, honestly. Nothing's happening. Also, you'll notice that these books are piled by color because I took a little Instagram pic, so you can go check that out. I also posted a little TikTok-y. But yeah, so the next book is It Happened One Summer. This book is so not floppy. Look at that. It will barely open without me breaking the spine. Everyone and their mom and their grandma at this point have read this. Except for me. And I've read a Tessa Bailey book, I read My Killer Vacation, and that's like, nobody loves that book. Everyone's just like okay with that book. And I've seen a lot of people give this 5 stars, and I feel like Tessa Bailey deserves another chance, also because I have like 5 of her books that I haven't read. A lot of people are like, oh, why are you saving this for summer? Like it doesn't even take place in summer, I believe. It's just like he's like a fisherman. But like, if there's summer in the title, why not read it during summer? Doesn't matter if it's not about summer. I have no clue what this is about, and honestly I don't really want to know. I just know that this is about a fisherman. And I think it's like a small town fisherman romance. I think it's probably like she's like rich and fancy and she wants to just get away. Then the next book that I want to read in the summer is The Road Trip by Beth O'Leary. When I heard that there wasn't smut in these books, I was put off a little bit because I heard that when I was like in my absolute like I need smut in every single book phase. So it was a bit like, oh, which I should have like expected, but I don't know, I didn't realize. Obviously this is called The Road Trip. It looks summary. That's honestly why it's on the CBR. And because I have not read a single Beth O'Leary book and I kind of feel like I have to. I don't know. I feel like this will be cute. Like I feel like this will be a nice read. I don't know why I've been putting it off. The next book on the CBR is Every Summer After, because again, everyone and their mom has read this. This is like an absolute mini book. Some people feel a bit like about it. A lot of people are just like fine with it. Like they thought it was like a good summer read, but they're not like head over heels or anything. You can enjoy something and not be head over heels for it. But yeah, again, it has summer in the title. I know that this one actually does take place in summer. I think it's like every year type of thing. Like it goes back between the past and now, and it's like second chance of romance. And it just looks cute, honestly, and it's quick. This is like 304 pages, so exactly like around 300. I could probably finish this in one day at the pool, to be real honest with you, if I just sit there. Man, I'm trying to film here. Next book, The The Intimacy Experiment. I know this is like not summer related, but I just wanted like a lot of like cute, quick, like 300-page romances in here. And since I love The Roommate, like I loved it, I adored it. And this is the sequel to that. It's like a standalone sequel series type of thing. I'm can't get a break, can I? Anyway, so I just kind of wanted this in there because it's just like a cute little quick read, and I want to read this sometime soon anyway. And I feel like cute quick reads are just perfect for like spring and summer. So then the next book I tried to read last summer, actually, it's called Summer Fever, and this is also kind of like a thriller. And people said that it's like it's like a mix of like thriller and romance, which I really liked the thought of. I think the first chapter was like 30 pages. Yeah, the first chapter was 33 pages, and the writing was just so slow. I think it's third person as well. I didn't feel like it. I think it's about like, yeah, two couples that are in like this remote villa, and their like marriage isn't like strong at all, and like no betrayal goes unnoticed. So like two couples, but will either survive the summer. If I just push through the first like 3 chapters, so like the first 120 pages, I feel like then I'll just get like the gist of it. Maybe I can find a version that I can download onto my Kindle, because I think that'll help a lot, because honestly long chapters on Kindle are so much less intimidating. Next book, The Good Girl Complex. So I know a lot of people are like on the fence about this. Some people enjoyed it, some people were like, this is just again a quick romance, and I got this for £3 at the works. So I was like, for that price, I'm willing to try it and to see my opinion on it. And I have Misfit and The Rogue, or I think it's just called Rogue. Misfit and Rogue by Elle Kennedy, because that series just sounds delicious, and I did really like The Deal. I read The Deal last summer. Oh, actually I finished it in the plane to Greece. So I really want to like give this a try. Also just to give like an opinion, to be able to be included in this conversation. If this doesn't scream summer, I don't know what does. Next one, Drunk on Lot. So this also just screams summer. Like it screams like, I don't know, like some tropical weather, a little cocktail on the beach. But this is a workplace romance. It looks very summery. I think it's just like a workplace romance. But honestly, this cover just does it for me. I'm like, can these kids stop making noise? Actually, for like a day. Then this is a summer read. So The Visa. This is again a quick romance. I got this last time I was in England, and look at the floppiness of that book. So I'm devouring this. 350 pages long. It is about this girl. I think she marries this random guy to stay longer and to get like a visa. And then like the guy that she just like happens to marry for the visa starts like talking to this other girl, and she's like kind of getting jealous. And that's kind of the issue. But like, this looks cute. Isn't that so wholesome? And it's double point of view. We have 3 books left. No surprise that I want to read this, especially because then finally done with all her copies that I own. Me and you on vacation. Again, I think this is one of those books that doesn't actually take place on vacation. Like, I think it's just like they would like see each other every year on vacation, but that's like it. I've recently read Book Lovers by Emily Henry, and I read Beach Read last summer in Greece, actually. So I thought this was just fitting to bring this and finish the copies that I own. I don't know, I tend to get through these pretty quickly. This is also only 350 pages. I don't know, I know they're like more than a romance. Like they're almost like a bit like literary fiction romance type of mix. Like the stories always make me a bit emotional. So I'm excited, but this is, I think, a lot of people's least favorite, but that's okay. The second last book is Bad Things Happen Here. So I think I've had this on my TBR for like 2 months. This is like, I think, the 3rd month that I'm putting it on. But look, this is like a little tropical mystery. I think this is another like island mystery, and this is 320 pages. It's again really quick. It'll just be nice to be flying through books and just being easy and quick, rather than having to sit through like 600 pages of fantasy book, or like, I mean, I only own like one, or like a 500 page romance. I think it's easier to have like these quick ones that I can just devour. And then the last book of the day is How to Fake It in Hollywood. So this is not, I don't think this is like necessarily set in summer, but it's Hollywood. Look at those palm trees and that sunset and like the sexiness of it. And I think this is like, again, between like a famous person and like wanting to take a break. I think it's kind of like that. Let me see. Oh, this is actually quite sad. A juicy affair with a gorgeous actress. Oh my god, this is fake dating. On the pile it goes. I love fake dating. If you ever would send me a book and it has fake dating, betcha I will read it probably the day it arrives. Fake dating, marriage of convenience, best tropes. Yeah, so those were all the 13 books I want to read this summer. But summer only theoretically started like 3 days ago, so I technically have like 3 months left to finish 13 books. If I can't do that, then there's something severely wrong with me. And the thing is, I do want to finish all of these, because imagine 13 books, like at least 13 books off my physical TBR. Like that's crazy to think about. I feel like this is like a good solid TBR. Let me know what's on your summer TBR, what you want to read this summer, or if you have opinions about any of these books or any of the things I've said. If you're still watching, comment this emoji, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye.